Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back doing your mid-November 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Cancer. Okay, so I'm kind of running out of daylight here. You know that I'm always running out of daylight for Cancer videos. I feel really bad, but I'm trying to get them all done for you guys, and so hopefully the light isn't too awful in this video. So I'm sitting here in my living room rather than in my room. I think the video I gave you guys last time was really, the light was sucking so bad. It was really bad. So anyways, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I post videos in the beginning of the month and mid-month. Definitely click subscribe so that you'll be notified when I do post my videos. Everybody gets so excited when I post my videos. It's so cute. I have such amazing followers, and Cancers make up a huge part of that as well. So thank you so much for being so supportive and donating and liking and sharing and everything. It just means a lot to me. And so if you'd like, speaking of donating, if you'd like to donate to my channel, this is a great time. It's the end of the year, great for tax, write-offs and whatnot. And I definitely appreciate every single donation. It just helps me take time away from clients to continue to make basically these free videos. So so yeah, so I just want to say thanks for that. And then I am not going to be doing my mid-December videos. I am going to be doing some other videos at that time. It is a very busy time. Make sure you are emailing me, Elizabeth Olsen31 at Gmail. If you want to get a private reading, email me sooner than later because it's going to be getting busier as the year comes to a close because everybody, time is kind of a shortage around the holidays. Everybody's very, very busy. Here in Ellensburg, they were almost sold out of eggs, which was crazy to me at Safeway yesterday, and that's a lot of eggs. So I found that fascinating. I don't know why I'm sharing that with you, but anyways, here we go. So this is a reading for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Cancer for the last 2 weeks in November. And you and Gemini have a lot in common. You do have, again, a lot of characters that are showing up here in this spread, which means it could be family that you're around if you're in the United States celebrating Thanksgiving and you're with them, or there's going to be some interesting people in your life at this time. And you got some similar cards as with Gemini. So you may have some planets in Gemini. You could have some, again, family members, brother, sister, that have some, their sun, moon, or ascendant in Gemini. The thing, and just so you know, I start my readings based on what calls to me. And a lot of times some of these stronger cards really call to me first. And so, I don't necessarily start in what's going on with you right now. I'm going to start with the Tower, which is the foundation. This is a card in the position of the distant past. Okay, this could be 5 years ago. This could be 10 years ago. This could be, it's interesting. I had a client who called up, got the Tower as the foundation in the distant past, and she had been divorced, but it was like 10 years since she had been divorced. Other people, this is more recent. This is more like 3 months or 2 months or like, almost in the present moment even. Some people, it's still affecting them. Maybe they got a divorce recently and it's still affecting them. To me, having the Tower as the foundation means, and for those of you who haven't watched my Taurus video for November, I think it was in that Taurus video where I was talking about balls flapping in the wind exposed. Okay, this is your balls flapping in the wind, Cancer, for November. Now, the fact that this is the distant past card means maybe your balls are flapping in the wind. And when I say balls flapping in the wind, it means kind of like you don't really have a sense of security, which I don't like to see for Cancer because Cancer needs security. Cancer, like, more than anybody else needs, like, they need to have a partner. They need to have a relationship. They need to have a good financial foundation, which is a job, which is money coming in, resources. They need to have a support system. They need to have friends. They need to have family around them. To me, this is a broken home. This is a divorce or breakup, okay? Like, again, could be 10 years ago that this happened, but it's still affecting you today, okay? Or it could be where your whole life is kind of just sort of hanging in the breeze. It's hanging in the balance. It's where you don't know from day to day where you're going to be living. You don't know from day to day what you're going to be doing. There's all these question marks that are happening right now in your life, and it's major change. And it's affecting your whole life, and it's affecting everybody. And this is something unexpected, too. Unexpectedly, you may have this Three of Swords happen, which is, this is, getting your heart broken. This is some major thing that happens. This could be a death in the family. To me, they're aligning up. There's been a lot of people that have going through this. I don't know why. I know the veil kind of gets thin at this time. November is the time and way. There's a lot of gateway days. Because the number 11 is a gateway. It's a doorway. So that could be one of the reasons why. But this is some pain. This is some trauma. This is some sacrifice. Could be even a car accident or something major where you were in an accident, and you physically were affected, and so you're still trying to rehab from it. You're still trying to get over it. I guess I just want to say I'm sorry. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry for your loss or for any pain or any trauma or any sacrifice that you've been going through, okay? I also want to say that you're going to heal from this because you have the star immediately following this Three of Swords. So I don't feel like ultimately things are going to stay this way forever. Things inevitably change, okay? So the Tower is a change agent type card where it's out with the old, in with the new. And that's hard for Cancer because, again, Cancer always clings to the old. Cancer likes old clothes, vintage. If you like vintage, message me because, I have a friend who has her own vintage store and she's a Cancer, So this is the kind of typical things of Cancer. I'm not saying everybody's got to have their own vintage store, but, people that cling to old ways or old things or like old objects. My North Node's in Cancer, and so, for a long time, I was really, really into vintage things. I'm still into vintage things. I like old things. I don't know why. I used to collect, antique makeup cases. I don't know why. It's something that I really like. I'm sorry for that. There's always something going on upstairs. I don't know. Anyways, so you have the Star card in the immediate future. So even though you have the Three of Swords crowning you right now, which is some kind of pain, sacrifice, or a loss, in the immediate future, you're going to heal from it. You're going to heal. You're going to move through this tough time, into something better, okay? And at the center of the reading, you have two really good cards. You have the Page of Swords, which is being lifted out of hardship, which is a card about separation, too. So you may be separating. So to me, you have divorce, separation, heartbreak. To me, it's very crisp, clear reading. That's what's going on with a lot of you, but not everybody, okay? Not everybody. For those of you who are single, this is maybe a job loss, or maybe this was, again, like an accident or something happening very suddenly that was very traumatic to you, okay? And then there was you're recovering from that in some way. Maybe you left, someplace that wasn't good for you. You moved, because a lot of times the Page of Swords is moving. Maybe you moved. There's some element of, being the single. I think of it as a single mom, taking the baby and going, but it's also, if you are single, this is also being lifted up at a financial tough spot. This is the divine, the angels working their divine magic in your life and assisting you in kind of recovering from a tough time, okay? So this is the angels lifting you up. This is you being carried away from from struggle. So to me, you may feel pain, but it's not going to last. Okay? I feel like you having left this situation was probably the best thing for you. Okay? Now it's like the Page of Wands is crossing you, so the universe is saying you need to be active. You need to go out. You need to stay, you need to get out of the house. Whatever you do, get outside. Go outside. I don't care if you go for a drive. I don't care if you go for a walk. I don't care if you go pet the neighbor's animals. Whatever it is you need to do, that's what you need to do. Okay? But it's some music too. I can't stress enough. Music is therapy. So some of you need to listen to more music. Some of you need, cancers especially, to release through music and meditate with music. And some of you need to maybe start playing an instrument or do something. If you have your own band or if you play an instrument, message me. This is being musical. This is being, cancers make great musicians because they have so much emotion that they can tune into, and when they're singing, it's like they're singing an emotion. They're expressing an emotion which people can connect to. So it's very very, very good for you to play an instrument, I just want to say, or play some music. One way or the other, music is important for you. You have the Knight of Swords in the recent past, and the Knight of Swords can be a little bit sharp. This is a Gemini, Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Libra male. Usually it's an air sign, but not always, okay? I see a lot of times it's a Cancer or Scorpio. And there's, the Knight of Swords followed by the 3. So this person may have been the one to hurt you. This may have been somebody that you could have rebounded with the Knight of Swords. So you could have been divorced, okay, with somebody else, and then got into a new relationship with the Knight of Swords, and then got your heart broken again, okay? So this is not really good. There's something repeating here. There's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And people always question me, well, what does that mean? What does hot and cold mean? It means things are good, and then things are bad. And then things are good, and then things are bad. That's what it means to me. In layman's terms, basically. And you have the Hanged Man in the position of emotions, which, again, is a lot of times the air sign male, okay? The Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini male, okay? But it also could be where you're not really taking care of yourself, and I always say this, Cancer's happiness really depends a lot on their physical well-being. They physically need to take really good care of themselves. Cancers are crabby when it's raining outside and they're not wearing a wool thick coat. When they're cranky, when they don't get enough sleep. They're cranky when, they are overworked. They're cranky when they don't eat. Okay, so their physical health, you need to take care of your physical health. Cancers need to have a regimen where they are eating like 9 times a day. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but you guys know what I'm saying. You're eating a lot, enough to sustain your body. Okay, your emotional health is dependent on your physical health. And for those of you who are still obsessed about this guy who's not good for you, you need to let him go. Wash your hands of him. Okay, be done with him. Like, it's over. Done, 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 done. Repeat after me. It's done. Thank you, Cancer. Okay. I'm going to do a little hashtag. It's done. Thank you, Cancer. Okay. I'm going to put it on Twitter. You'll see it. So you can follow me at Oracle Daphne. So that said, I have spoken there. Okay. I have spoken. Okay. Now you do have the Magician coming in from the outside, which is the Capricorn man. However, I have seen this as a Cancer man who is, or a Cancer female who's really working too much, okay? Who's really overly focused on work. It's like, in a way, we all are sort of like our shadows, right? The Aquarius is usually quite well known. Why? Because they have the Leo shadow, which is like the sun, okay, which is not a shadow at all, okay? The Cancer is quite hardworking. Why? Because they have the Capricorn shadow, which is all about work, okay? So this is just as an example, Okay, so these are general things. This is a general reading. I'm reminding you guys. But the magician is working hard and getting things done magically. Okay, there's a magical quality to the end of November. This is moving out of a time, and if you've been with a person who has not been good for you, moving on from this relationship is the best thing for you. For those of you who are not in a relationship, this is moving out of a time where you're trying to control things and you're having to make sacrifices, and moving out of a time where you're really having to let go of a lot, okay, all at once, and then moving into a time where, in a way, things kind of calm down. You know, you have this work card, so you may get a new job, you may be very focused on work, things may happen magically. You have the star, plus you have the magician. To me, that is magic. That's like a magic show. That's awesome, you know. You also have the King of Cups in the position of your attitude, which is you, okay? The King of Cups is usually Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Taurus. I see a lot of times as a Taurus, male or female. Could be female, but most of the time it's male, okay? But this is a position, this is a card about emotional contentment. So with your attitude, this is a good attitude. This is a good place for you to be. You know, this is a positive attitude because, in a way, you're really focused on being happy. And there may be someone in your life that's bringing you, that's bringing you happiness. I lost my earring. There we go. So I see it less as a person, but to me, it's you. And this is a good attitude. So that's very positive. I like to see that because Cancers, a lot of times, they can get a bad attitude if they go through stuff in life. It tells me that you're able to really heal from this. You're able to move on from whatever it is, tough time that you're going through mid-November. You're able to move on from it. And actually, that's like I'm channeling. I tell you, you got the card about moving on, literally moving on from any kind of troubled emotions, okay, or any troubled times. Anything that's upset you, this is moving on. This is also moving away. Okay, so some of you may be moving end of November, because when you have this as a foundation, it means really life is kind of in a state of flux. You're just hanging in the wind. And it's funny because you have the Hanged Man, which is literally hanging in the wind. So, the Eight of Cups is having peace of mind, moving away from any trouble, any kind of arguments, any kind of fighting. This is really positive stuff, okay? So you can see she's a light for others, but also she's a light for herself. So this is using your intuition. This is using your, your inner light to kind of, be the light for others. Be the example. Shine your light for others. Be the better person. Capricorn, so did I say Capricorn? Cancer has a very hard challenge, okay? Their shadow is the Capricorn, so it is hard for them to, I want to say, sometimes it's hard for them to step up because they're so overwhelmed with their own emotions. But in this reading, I feel like you're going to be able to do that. And so taking the experiences that you've learned and turning it into something positive. But also, not having so many problems, not having so much stress. That should be a main factor in your life. By the end of November, this is less stress. Now, this is a general reading, and this is for some of you. Some of you are still going to be stressing over this, whatever this is or was. It's still sort of in the background, okay? Working on getting past that, working on healing. All of these things are important for you. There really isn't much else for me to tell you. I mean, this is kind of a short one, but I think that's all for right now. It's a good place to leave off of. I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and enjoy, being with friends and family. If you're not with friends and family, do something fun for yourself. Listen to some music. Go for a run. Whatever it is that makes you happy, do that. And I wish you guys all the best. I really do. So feel free to email me if you want a private reading. Again, it's elizabetholson31@gmail.com. This is also a great time to donate. Like I said probably earlier in my video, for tax purposes and whatever, to my channel. And I did enable the fan funding link. So Yeah, and I do listen, and I read all messages, so you guys know I read everything. It's just I don't engage because a lot of times people who are doing messages can get aggressive, and I don't want to do any kind of arguments or anything online. It's not my style. So I will try to respond as often as I can, and I do respond to emails. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. So I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, thank you.